17 News is your local election headquarters. Voting by mail is nothing new, but this year it's hugely controversial. The nation and its leaders seem divided right down party lines. 17's Eitan Wallace joins us with where each party stands and why. Eitan?
The president is unequivocal. He says a vote-by-mail election will lead to so much fraud, the results cannot be trusted. His Democratic rivals say mail-in voting is necessary to keep people safe from the pandemic. National experts say neither reason is completely true. There is a much simpler and much more political reason here. Simply put, the greater the voter turnout, the greater the chance President Trump will not be reelected.
I think mail-in voting is going to rig the election. I really do.
He's tweeted about it, and he's talked about it on the record.
There's fraud, there's missing ballots.
The president has not shied away from making his views clear on vote by mail. As of now, 41 states will allow vote by mail this November. 8 of those states will mail a ballot application in advance, while 7, including California, will automatically send the ballot to every registered voter on file. This is different from traditional absentee voting, in which voters specifically had to request a ballot in the mail. To the contrary, this November, many more people who never requested a ballot but are on the official rolls are set to receive one of these. Trump and Governor Newsom feel very differently on this topic.
The reality is mail-in ballots, absentee ballots, are well utilized all across the spectrum, all across this country, and have been done so thoughtfully and safely for a generation.
In Kern County, the number of people voting by mail has increased by more than a combined 10% over the last 3 election cycles. In fact, during the March primary this year, more than 70% of registered voters cast a ballot via mail. During each of those election cycles, more Republicans in Kern voted by mail than Democrats. Studies from several independent, nonpartisan groups like the Brennan Center point out extensive research reveals voter fraud is extremely rare. So if there's little to no evidence of widespread fraud, why has this issue all of a sudden become so politicized? And why are so many Republicans against it? The president appeared to indicate his reasoning on Fox and Friends back in March, before California and other states announced their vote-by-mail plans for the upcoming election.
Levels of voting that if you ever agreed to it, you'd never have a Republican elected in this country again.
And that philosophy, says 17 News Democratic analyst Neil Sinapa, is why the president is attacking vote-by-mail. Sinapa believes the true reason behind the president's vote-by-mail attacks is to prevent higher voter turnout.
Research and data has shown that when more people vote, Democrats tend to win and Republicans tend to lose.
Specifically, Sinapa says going after vote by mail really means going after specific voters.
Donald Trump knows that this country, for the most part, the majority of this country, doesn't like him, didn't want him as their president. He lost by 3 million votes. So in order to narrow that gap between the folks that are going to want to vote him out and him being able to win, what he wants to do is make sure that we throw out as many ballots as we possibly can. We disenfranchise lower income voters, people of color, women, all of those different demographics, to make sure that they don't vote. He doesn't want those people voting.
But 17 News Republican analyst Kathy Abernathy asserts high turnout can help or hurt either party. She says it's all about location, location, location.
If the higher turnout is Bakersfield, it will be more Republican. This is more Republican town. If the higher turnout's in Delano, it would be higher Democrat. That's a natural.
And on the issue of politicizing vote by mail, she says the president is not doing that, but instead brings up legitimate concerns about voter fraud, especially for local races.
This isn't just about absentee ballots being mailed out. You're seeing states, including California, changing the deadline when you have to get it in. It has always been for 80 years, and it elected Barack Obama, so it's not partisan. The difference between winning and losing and being on the school board could be 20 votes. So if there is any finagling with ballots, you have to be concerned.
We are officially less than 1 month until Election Day. Eitan Wallace, 17 News.